Hello everyone, welcome to Commerce Academy. In this video, you will learn regarding fundamental principles of internal check. Let's see with the introduction. Okay, in introduction part, we'll see meaning of internal check. Internal check means arrangement of duties of staff members in such a way that work performed by one staff is checked by another staff. Internal check means the work performed by one staff will be checked by another. Such checking is called as internal check. First fundamental principle of internal check is careful selection and training. Employees should be selected based on their qualification and experience. After selection, they should receive proper training to perform their jobs efficiently. So this fundamental principle says that employees are to be selected or employees are to be hired based on their qualifications, based on their skills, based on their experience, and based on their areas of interest. Okay. Once the employees are selected based on their areas of interest or qualification or based on their experience, then they will do their work happily, which means they will do the work efficiently and effectively. Okay. After they are selected, they should be given with the proper training in order to do their jobs perfectly. Okay. So that is regarding the first fundamental principle. Now let's see with the second fundamental principle, that is clear written instruction. Every employee should be given clear written instruction so that they know exactly what task they need to perform. Okay. So this second fundamental principle says that instructions are to be given in writing. Why? Because if instructions are said orally, this may not retain with the employees for long period of time. They might forget what are the instructions given. If the organization gives the instructions in writing, then the employees, by looking at that writing, the employees can recall the instructions given and do their work as per the instructions, right? So that is the second fundamental principle, that is clear written instructions. The third fundamental principle is clear roles. Each employee's responsibilities, authority and duties should be clearly defined to avoid confusion. Means the organization should clearly say the employees regarding what are their duties, what are their responsibilities and what are the authorities they have. Okay. In order to avoid confusions. Okay. So by saying their roles clearly, they can do their job properly and there will not be any confusions regarding their work. Okay, so that is regarding the third fundamental principle. The fourth fundamental principle is assignment of duties. Employees should be assigned tasks that match their skills, qualification and experience. This fundamental principle says that the organization should assign duties to the employees based on their qualification, based on their interest, based on their skills, based on their experience. Why? Because if the employees are given in those jobs or assign those duties based on their areas of interest or skills, then they will perform the job efficiently and effectively. In order for the perfection in the job, this fundamental principle says that assignment of duties should be done based on their skills, qualification and experience. Fifth fundamental principle says division of work. The work should be distributed among the members of the staff in such a way that no single person is allowed to do any particular work alone. So fifth fundamental principle says that the work is to be distributed among many members. Okay. Why? Because if all the work is concentrated in the hands of one employee, then there will be more chances of errors because there will be work pressure and in hurry he will do all the work. Okay, so there will be high chances of errors and there will be high chances of fraud as he is the alone person doing all the work. So there will be high chances of manipulations or fraud. Okay, in order to avoid such manipulations or fraud, the fifth fundamental principle says that the work is to be divided among the many staff. Okay, the sixth fundamental principle is independent checks. The work of one employee should automatically be checked by another to ensure accuracy and prevent fraud. Independent check means, as you know, that one person's work will be checked by another person, right? The person who checks the work should not come under the influence of third party, okay, and indulge in manipulating activities or fraudulent activities. Okay, when the checker doesn't come under the influence of any third party and does his work independently, then such checks are called as independent checks. Okay, so by independent checks there will be accuracy in the work and frauds can be prevented. The seventh fundamental principle is rotation of jobs regularly. Employees should be rotated between tasks or departments periodically to prevent them from becoming too comfortable in one role, which could lead to errors or fraud. Okay, so this fundamental principle says that the organization shouldn't allow any employees to be remained in the one job for a long period of time. Why? Because if he is in one job for a long period of time, then he will be able to learn all the techniques for indulging in or for doing fraudulent activities or doing any manipulations. Okay, so in order to avoid this, the seventh fundamental principle says that the employee should not remain in one job for a long period of time. So he has to be shifted from one department to another department. The eighth fundamental principle says that daily deposit of cash received. All money received, including checks or drafts, should be deposited into bank daily to prevent theft and maintain accurate records. Okay, this principle says that all the money received, it can be in the form of cash, in the form of check, or in the form of drafts. Okay, as soon as it is received, it should be deposited into bank. Okay, in order to maintain accurate records and prevent theft. Okay, so this principle says regarding daily deposit of cash received. Now let's see regarding ninth fundamental principle, that is strict control. Close supervision should be kept over critical tasks like checking stocks, sales and payments to prevent errors or frauds. So this fundamental principle says that the critical areas or the major areas where there are high frauds and errors. Okay, areas are stocks, in the areas of stock, sales, and in the areas of payment there are high possibility, you can say high possibility of conducting any frauds. Okay, so in those areas close supervision is to be kept. So that is the ninth fundamental principle, is called as strict control. Close supervision is to be kept over these areas. Okay, the 10th fundamental principle says regarding check of cash regularly. The cash and bank balance should be checked regularly to identify differences quickly and prevent fraud. So this fundamental principle says that the cash book and the bank balance, we call it as passbook, should be tallied. Okay, should be checked regularly. Okay, there should be regular checking of both cash book and passbook, and the organization should tally both regularly. Okay, in order to find the differences quickly and prevent fraud. 7th fundamental principle says use of labor saving devices. Labor saving and time saving mechanical devices such as calculating machines, cash counting machines, mobile phones, laptops, etc. should be used to improve the efficiency of the employees in their respective areas of work. So this principle says that the organization should adopt those devices, labor saving and time saving devices, in order to improve the efficiency of work. You can say increase the productivity of employees' work. Okay, these devices should aid in improving the efficiency and effectiveness of employees' work. This 12th fundamental principle regarding simple, you can call it as simplicity. The internal check system should be easy to understand and follow, ensuring that all employees can comply with it, which means the fundamental principle which will be adopted by the organization should be easy, it should be simple, and it should be easily understood by all the members, or you can say all the employees of the organization. Okay, so that is regarding the 12th fundamental principle, and we'll see with the last fundamental principle, that is economical. The internal check system should be cost effective, which means the benefit it provides should outweigh the cost, okay, of implementing it. So this fundamental principle says that even if the organization has incurred a bit of cost in adopting the internal check system, the benefit which the organization should receive from that internal check system should be more than the cost incurred. Okay. So this was all about the 13 fundamental principles of internal check. Thank you for watching. If you were able to understand this video, then please give a like to this video. Okay, then subscribe my channel. Give your suggestions in comment section, and if you have any doubts, also you can put your doubts in comment section. Then please share it with your friends. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.